But where's the media saying two, racist thugs attack white woman? See, that doesn't fit the script because CNN says it's, quote, peaceful. The article's on Infowars.com with video. And why? Time Magazine goes further and says when there's a time to riot, when rioting is good. Time Magazine's not our friend, folks. They want our guns. They want our freedoms. They're globalists. So, of course, they're promoting a big fight between the American people and the police. They want to cause a civil war where the cops get ordered to go confiscate the guns, and then we're forced to defend ourselves, and then it kicks off, and the police and military get taken out, along with the patriots, in a civil war against each other. Can we cue up the To Russia with Love, please? The analogy of the two Siamese fighting fish, and the other one waits till they've tired each other out. This is the grand game. This is divide and conquer. This is what I've warned you about thousands of times. No exaggeration. Every day for 5-6 years. I see their plan. I know their plan. It is not what we want. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so close to saving this country. And they want to overturn the chessboard because we're winning and start a civil war with staged terror attacks to blame the Liberty Movement. And they're worried that we're watching, so they won't pull those off. So they're going to try to hype it to get mentally ill people to go out and do stuff to create a climate of fear. Statistically, so far, extremely low chance of a patriot shooting cops. Statistically, very low chance of some black inner city person burning down a building. But the media is trying to hype it like it's all imminent. We need to de-escalate all this, settle down, realize what's really happening, and say no to it. And that's what's going on. Media nationwide is pushing race war. That's all they've got. Aren't for Obamacare, you're racist. Don't want to turn your guns in, you're racist. Michael Moore, if you own guns and you're white, it's because you're scared of black people. That's a quote from CNN. This is all they've got while these big foreign banks that run the country loot the Treasury with bailout money, Obamacare scamming everybody, Obama opening the borders up to give free welfare to tens of millions of people, all these unconstitutional scams happening. And all they've got is trying to get us to fight with each other. The media, the controlled globalist-run media, is trying right now to foment a race war. There's the headline, Ferguson in defense of rioting. We have a 45-minute video of nothing but white people's cars being stopped in St. Louis and Missouri by mobs of black people. And, I mean, by the way, the police just stand back and let this go on. It's not like they're just blocking traffic so the cars can't go by. They're taunting. They're getting in the people's faces. They're screaming at them just because they're white. I mean, imagine seeing a mob of white people going into an area and blocking the cars of black people. I mean, this is Ku Klux Klan type behavior.
With the crowd warmed up, one of the Klan seniors tells the group how they plan to move in a new direction.
We're going to do something a little different for probably the next couple of years to try to get our men and women ready for the upcoming battle that we're about to take upon us. And this is something that no Klan's ever done. We're going to start it. All our boys are finally coming back home from the military, which is good, and we're getting a lot more military members joining as we're going to start doing military training. Now that we got our Marines and the Army back, they're going to start showing us how to skin and how to survive off the land. We're going to try to move into another direction with the Loyal White Knights, and that is starting to arm train, hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that just for the upcoming battle.
But with such small numbers, can the Ku Klux Klan really have an effect in modern America?
I think the real danger does not lie with the Klan being some kind of widespread army that has tentacles across the United States. That's not going to happen. But what we do have to worry about are individuals, autonomous cells, or duos committing terrorist acts on their own because they get training, they get inspiration, and they get know-how from being in the orbit of these hate groups. So do I think that the Klan as a holistic entity represents a significant widespread threat to the United States? No. However, loose radicals coming out of that orbit do in fact represent a threat of continuing terrorism here in the United States.
White people, we're all getting tired of the government, and pretty soon you're going to see the government collapse. And when the government keeps on sending their money over to Israel and it finally collapses, you can see the Klan take it back, and we're going to make this nation the way it needs to be.
What can I say to you that you don't already know, Alex? We know we're at war. They've been at war with us for 1,000 years. The president has been at war with America from the time he, I guess, left Colombia and discovered his Afro roots. When he was a kid, he didn't identify with his radical side. Read his own autobiography. Then he found out that by acting like a black radical, everyone kissed his feet. And look where he is today, so why should he stop now? He wasn't a radicalized young man, but he found out that the white people fell on their feet the minute he acted out the Black Panther game. Look where he is now. Why should he stop now? He has that scum, Al Sharpton, in the White House 50 times and no one says a word. The anti-police scum, Alex, I get apoplectic over this. Can you imagine if a right-wing president had won the presidency in 2008, and shortly after winning, he invites the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan in and out of the White House for 6 years? Tell me what the vermin at CNN and MSNBC would be saying.
Let me ask you this. Do you think they're going to be successful in their takeover plan? If this was a ball game, Dr. Savage, what's the score right now, Patriots versus the French Revolution crazies?
Oh, the guillotines are ready. The guillotines are ready, and they're greasing the skids for the blades. Yeah, are they going to be successful? How much more successful can they be, Alex? Internment camps? I mean, what's next with this group of maniacs?
Media's been waiting for a bloodbath this whole time we've been here. Now there's going to be one, and they're running. They're told to run because the feds don't want to know who's murdering us. American people better wake up, get here, and fight for your country. Right now, it is on. All you military that's been fighting for your country overseas, you can fight for your country right here in America. Get here, get some. This is history in the making. There are no laws in this United States now. This is a free-for-all Armageddon. Any Leo or military or law enforcement or feds that stand up and fuck their oath, don't abide by their oath, are the enemy. If they stop you from getting here, kill them!
In the Georgia woods just south of Atlanta, members of the militia known as the 3% Security Force are getting ready for the days after the 2016 elections, vowing to be prepared for anything.
How many people are voting for Trump? Hoorah!
Chris Hill, codenamed Blood Agent, founded the force in 2014.
We need to be prepared for all situations, but in this election, you know, I think if Hillary Clinton wins the election, I think there's going to be unrest from the right. I think that if Donald Trump wins the election, there's going to be unrest on the left.
But Hill insists his group will not turn to violence if Clinton wins. Instead, they plan to protect protesters should they choose to rise up and march on Washington.
Are you worried about these latest polls? He's slipping a bit.
No, I don't care, because we are going to take this country back no matter what. She's going to prison, even if they pull off the fake campaign with all the voter fraud, and she wins with voter fraud. Let me finish.
We have no evidence of voter fraud, sir. What will you do? Just quickly, sir.
There's no evidence.
Let me ask you a quick question, sir. A very quick question. What will you do if Donald Trump does not win?
We're going to rebellion. We're overthrowing this country. We're getting rid of this clown act. It's over. Clinton, the Marxists, it's over.